Hello, hello, and welcome to my Inspirational Ingrid channel. I hope you're all well. Okay, so today I'm live. I'm live on this Monday afternoon, and the word that God gave me today is God has something better in store. God has something better in store for you. So that's actually the word he gave me. And I was like, what, Lord? What, Lord? What's better? What's better? If you know me, I always like to question God. I always like to ask him what it is that he has for his children. What is it that you have for us, Lord? What is it? Because I know that the Lord's ways are much better than our ways. We couldn't even think or muster or even imagine, what the Lord has for us, what he wants to do for us, where he wants us to go, what he wants us to see, what he wants to just tell us. Yeah, sometimes we kind of limit him, don't we? We limit God. But we have to remember that God is not limited. He's a limitless God, a limitless God. That's who he is. He's the God that created every single thing that we see, everything that we're in, even our own selves. This is who God is. He is a creator of everything and all things. And therefore, there is nothing that is too hard for him. Now, the reason why God has probably given me this word today, because I'm not actually sure what's going on, but sometimes in our lives, we go to do things. We go to do things. But God always goes one better. Actually, he doesn't only go one better. He goes miles better. Well, he has in my life, and he has in many of the other people's lives that I know as well. And that's why I said you can't limit him. So remember, the words for today is God has something better in store. Always something better. In Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 3, it says, "Then the Lord God will restore your fortunes and have mercy on you." And these are for people that have suffered losses. God is a restorer, of fortunes. God is a redeemer as well of souls. He's a redeemer of souls. And so God does like to restore. Because if we read how many stories of the people in the Bible, we know that God is a restorer and a redeemer. We know it. We don't even have to question it. But that's why I'm saying God has something better in store. Hi, who's that? Who's online? Who's online? So, as again, the word that I said today is, if God has done it before, why can't he do it again? If God has done something for you before, why can't he do it again? Is that Maya that I'm saying hello to? What did David say to Goliath? What did David say to Goliath? David said to Goliath, "You are coming to fight me with a sword, a spear, and a javelin. But I'm coming against you in the name of the Lord." In the name of the Lord. So basically, when you're using God, and not actually using God, when you're coming in God's strength, right, it's a whole different scenario that's going to happen now. Remember, you are not on your own. You now have God backing you. Yeah. If there is a fight that you need to fight, if there's something that you need victory in, call on God to come with you in that. Because if you have God on your side, you will have the victory. If there's a battle that needs to be won, you will win it. Because God is with you. And that's what it says. So like I said, God says he's got something so much better for you, so much better in store for you. If we look at Hebrews chapter 11, verse 40, this is what it says. It says, God plans something better for us, that only together with us would they be made perfect. So sometimes you're partnering with God. It's like you're partnering God. You're knowing what you need. You're knowing what you need to do. But your plan is not as good unless God is with you in it. Imagine now you're going for something, okay? It's 1,000, whatever you're going for, it's 1,000. Yeah. But God will make that thing into tens of thousands. Tens of thousands. And that's because he goes not just one better, not just two better, but God goes miles better. And that's why he gave me the word today, that God has something much better in store for you. And yes, God is the best. God is the best, better, and better. If you know what I mean. He is definitely the best. Now, in I think this was, again, it's actually in Hebrews. So it's saying that, you know, it's through faith that we're going through. It's through faith. We have to believe. Do you remember what I've said before? I always say, if you believe, you will receive. But you have to first believe. Honestly, you have to first believe. And if you do actually believe, you will receive. And it's all about faith. And first of all, you've got to have the hope. God gives us all a hope for our future. If you don't have hope, then why do you need to go on? Why would you have a life today if you haven't got hope? There must be something that you need to hope for. God must have given you a vision or a dream to say, this is the purpose in your life. You were born for a purpose on this earth. And God will lead you to make sure that you can carry out that purpose, that your life will be fulfilled on this earth today. So with God leading you, with God guiding you, with God protecting you, once you stay on his path, things are just so much better. And I mean so much better. I'm not saying it's easy. If I was to say to you, yeah, God's ways are easy, it's not. It's not easy. And that's why when you follow God and you're on that journey, it's a narrow path. The road is narrow, it's not broad. But the path is the best path. The path is the best path. And that's because he loves us so much. He doesn't want us not to be fulfilled. He doesn't want our dreams not to be fulfilled. He doesn't want our purposes on earth not to be fulfilled. So sometimes we do have to wait a little